So hello and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm out on this glorious day. We got beautiful sunshine. It's pretty cold because we've got quite a strong northerly wind today, but I've come down the east coast to do some foraging. So today is the last of the 3 ormering tides at the end of this month. The next ones will be in about 2 weeks time. The last 2 days I've been at work, so I've not been able to get out. However, today is actually the biggest tide. It's not massive, but it should go down to a 0.9 on the low. Now low tide is in 2 hours time, or just under 2 hours time now, but that time's going to fly by. So I've got down to the beach nice and early. I've already seen one person go out there, and today I'm going to be looking for anything edible. So that involves ormers, because we can legally take them on this tide, lobsters, scallops maybe, anything which I can find. So I've just come down for a bit of fun, have a look about, enjoy the winter sunshine. Let's hope we find a few. Let's get to it. So that there in the background is Vale Castle. As I said, I'm on the east coast today. Still very high up the beach, but I'm going to wander down here and I'm basically going to look along all the shoreline, which goes all the way down to there. As that tide drops, I'll head further out. So let's just hope we can get something for a feed, basically. Always enjoyable to be out regardless, but when you find a few bits of seafood to cook up, that's definitely a bonus. So that's the first rock I've turned today, and we got a little baby ormer there. Obviously we need a much bigger than that. We'll put that back gently. Now I'm still really high up the beach, but it's always worth just lifting a few rocks to get a gauge of what's under them and how far up. So all of this will dry out eventually. And I'll be going over that way, across this little causeway here as well, and just searching anywhere. I'm really not, really familiar with this spot. I've been here in the past before, but from what I hear, it's one of those places when you find the ormers, they tend to be a very good size, but there'll be less of them. But if you search for them properly, you'll be able to find a few good sized keepers. Well, I've just found this, and to me, I'm not sure if that's a tiny little baby scallop. Try and get a better show. Literally just pulled over this rock here and it was clung to the side of it. Really small. It looks like a scallop shell to me, but it could be something else. Little baby. And we got another little creature here. Little starfish. Is this a spiny starfish, I think? Hard to pick it up with gloves on. A little, I think that's a broad paw porcelain crab, or there we go. Look at that. Interesting. Let's pop him back. There's another little baby one there as well. I'm finding tons and tons of these. There's loads of them. They're literally under every other rock, from sort of an inch big to, well, that's the biggest one so far, but nice little brown crab there. We won't disturb him. Nice little clam there. Now if I find a few of these, I'll hang on to them for now, and if I find a few, I'll keep them. Obviously you're going to need half a dozen at least to be worth cooking up, but I'll hang on to that for now. Well, that was worth lifting. Just lifted that big boulder up, and we've got our first ormer. Sorry, it's a bit difficult to film this on a tripod on your own. Right, let's give this. This is going to be well in. Look at that. Don't know if you can see in the sun. But that's in by a good 1.5 centimetres. That's a nice size, that. You can tell it's quite an old one because the colour of the shell. first one down. Hopefully we just find a few more. If I could take in 4 or 5 of these, that'd be absolutely ideal. So I literally just turned the camera off, flip the next big rock next to it, and there's another one under there, easily in size. I'll give you a show anyway. There we go, easily a centimetre in that. I'll give you a proper show of them once we're done and we go back up the beach. But within 2 rocks, 2 lovely sized ormers there. There's also a little baby one under there, but it's tiny. Another one down. See, that's why it pays to just even lift the smaller rocks. Now that one's not going to be in, but that's probably only out by about 10 mil. I'm not even going to bother measuring it.
There,
right.
23.
Yeah, I'm in one area.
Just been have a look.
Yeah. Someone might have been here yesterday.
Yeah, well, I just went over there to have a look and it's all turned as far as you can see.
Yeah.
So they must have been.
Way steep. Yeah. Oh well, keep on trying.
Yeah.
Well, check out the life under here. Got little crabs. One there, one here. Got a little squat lobster, which I'm not going to poke my finger too close to because that crab's got its claws out. There's another little squat lobster here. Where has he gone? There he is. Little squat lobster. A couple of these in here. There was a blenny about just a second ago. I'm not sure where that's gone. Got a lot of life under that rock. Lots of life clung to the bottom of it also. Oh, there are loads of these about. Little shrimps. I've just seen an absolute beast of one. It's about 6 inches long. But, oh, let's get him back in the pool. But yeah, in here, literally I lifted this big rock and loads of them darted out. One of them was a monster. Just having a little look around right on the water's edge here. It's just for a scallop, to be honest. See if I get lucky, but I highly doubt it. So I've literally just worked my way along the shoreline here, and I'm going to continue this way, just lifting stones and looking in the little crevices for anything I can find. Good little hole, but nothing in it. That one will be close, very close. Oh my god. Well, obviously I know I've got the sun behind me if I can block it out, but that there is literally like, literally 1.5 millimeters in. So what I'll do is I'll hang on to that for now, and if we find any bigger, I'll put this one back. Let's get that rock back. I don't know if you can see that very well because of the light, but there's a little, that's say little, medium-sized brown crab in there. Now, honestly, right, I have found so many of these today. They're all about, I don't know, the shells are maybe 3 inches wide, but they're literally under every rock and in every little crevice like this. Look at that, tiny little rock, 2 Ormers, definitely undersized, possibly could be in. Literally that rock was that size. That's in by probably 2 mil. There we go, another one down. Let's put that there and then gently lay that back. Always careful not to crush them. Oh man, I'm knackered. That time has absolutely flown by. We've got 25 minutes till low water. So there's a group of rocks here which gets cut off. I've just watched the tide whip out over the last 10 minutes. I'm going to go over to here, have a little wander, a little look around here, and then might start heading my way back and then do the low tide, the very low tide shoreline, just walking in the shallows to see if I can find any scallops or clams or anything like that. Well, as I'm crossing that causeway, look what I found. Boom. Look at that. That's a lovely scallop, that. It was literally just laying right there. You can see it squirting water out. It was laying that side up. I put my hook under it and thought, don't be empty. And we got a lovely scallop there. Nice one. Well, I tell you what, if I could find just 2 more of them, then I'll be absolutely over the moon, because I've got enough Ormers for myself. My girlfriend doesn't actually eat them, and I'm at work all weekend. Today's Friday. I'm working all day long for Saturday and Sunday, so I'm not even sure what time or when I'm going to have time to cook this stuff up. But yeah, I'm really not down to get loads and loads. I'm not about that at all. But if we could find 1 or 2 more scallops, add them to the cook up, that'd be great. There's a very old piece of pottery there. God knows what that's come from. But always interesting to find stuff like that as well. But look at this. Just roaming along the shoreline here, as you can see, there's an Ormer right there. A little baby one, but facing upright. But that rock doesn't even move. A little baby Ormer facing upright there. Well, what I'll do is, the tide's not going to go any further down, so I'll chuck him into deeper water there. Just saw that out the corner of my eye. Well, we got an Ormer here. I'm just going to lift that rock out. Oh, he's fallen off. I was just going to lift it out to give it a measure, because this one's tight. But yeah, that's legal. That's in by about 1 millimetre. That one there. So that's a perfectly legal size Ormer, but I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to put it back. He can go just down there. I'll flip him over. There we go. Because literally, just like I was just saying, if I find 1 more big one, then I'll keep that. But I've actually probably got enough, to be honest. I'm just flicking a few stones just in the shallows here, where these waves are crashing down. Obviously on the bigger tides this bit will dry out also, but today it won't do. Look at the size of that one. That would have been a beast. That's massive, that shell. And yet again, another crab. There's so many of these. Man. Not in size obviously, but there's honestly so many of them. That's a female, that, I think, because of the, you can tell by the size of the claws. So another thing you spot out the corner of your eye as you're walking along, big old starfish. Look at him. Big old starfish, that. Don't know if that'll come out in the sun very well. Back into his camouflage. One, two, three, four. All undersized. Got a little family under there. Check that thing out. I believe that's a sea snail, but I'm not entirely sure. Now I know that Jay found one, another big one, recently in one of his videos, but that is a weird creature, isn't it? It's literally just stuck in here. So we'll put them back. Really, really odd creatures. Now these guys down here, they look like they're doing some sort of survey, studying the marine life, because they got notepads with them. They're taking notes and stuff, but not too sure what they're doing. But if anyone knows, it'd be interesting to find out. So something's just occurred to me as I'm walking along the shoreline here. I think that big blob that I found is actually a sea hare. I think I said sea snail for some reason, some odd reason, earlier in the video, but I believe it's a sea hare. It's literally just popped into my head now as I'm walking along. But yeah, like I said, you know, I'm into foraging. I love it. I find it very therapeutic and very rewarding, but I don't know every creature under every rock. Unless you do this sort of stuff all the time and you're seeing it day in, day out on a weekly basis, it's hard to memorize everything. But I do believe that was a sea hare. Now the tide is pretty much on the turn now. We're bang on low water, so it's going to start flooding in soon. So I'm just having a roam around, seeing if I can find any more scallops really. And then obviously we'll flip a few rocks as well, and then within about half an hour probably head out of here. So I've just found another one of those little, what I think are little baby scallops. Absolutely tiny thing, just sat on the rocks down here. Cool little things. Literally just found him down there. I was just having a look in these cracks, see if there's any ormers clung to the rocks, but not that I can see. Oh, this is the third big starfish I've seen today. If I can balance him on the hook. Look at him. I won't disturb them too much, but that's the third one I've seen. They've all been roughly that size. See, as camouflaged as they are, they still stand out when you're walking past them. Now what I'm hoping is going to stand out is a nice big fat juicy scallop. I must have found near on, I don't know, 30, 40 scallop shells, nothing in them. But that tide's definitely coming up now, so I'm not going to be out too much longer. Just having a nice gentle stroll through the shallows here, seeing what I can see through the water, and then I'll probably head off out of here. Right, well that's going to do it for me today. This is our catch for the day. We've got a nice few clams there. I've got 2, 4, 6 oysters, 6 ormers, sorry. Now 2 of these are very close, but they are in size, so that is perfectly legal. This is the other smaller one, and again that is also perfectly legal. They're in by about, one of them by about 1.5 mil and the other one by about 2 mil. Now we've also got a scallop, which is a nice size. I know it's only one, but I'm going to keep it anyway. And then we got two nice bigger ormers here. So all in all, a pretty successful trip. Like I said, I only wanted to feed myself. It's been absolutely lovely being out here today. I've only seen 2 or 3 other people. One older gentleman who stopped for a quick chat, and I saw 2 others, and I did actually see that group of people over the other side of the bay there doing some sort of survey. So if anyone knows what that's about, then please let me know, leave it in the comments. Now, I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing with the cook-up yet. I also don't know when I'm going to find the time to do it, but I will try my very best to. So if I do the cook-up, it'll be at the end of this video. If not, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've liked it. Please hit the like button if you have, and I'll see you on the next one.